too close to intersections, make sure sight lines are clear or other various hazards, so.
We made the road narrower than it was, and they did paint parking lines down there on. One other thing, if we're gonna have. You're gonna be able to answer this, but you can go back and check. All new sidewalks and curbs when they rebuilt the road, except for about 200 feet down here. On the north side of the street in front of the, what I'll call the lumber yard. And they didn't wanna do it for fear of the bridge and the building. But we've had a lady fall on it. I don't know who she sues, whether she sues the state, the town, and the property owner at the time.
Usually all parties involved from the tort claims.
We, the state and the town need to work out a deal where if you help us with the cost of the concrete, we can fix that.
Usually sidewalks are only, when sidewalks are, I think, through Indiana state law, they're a property of the local municipality, be it city or.
But you just replaced all the sidewalks here last week.
It's, usually per agreement, when like a significant repave project comes through, the state is able to cost effectively replace those sidewalks, and will extend and attempt to do so. Usually the minimum we have to do federally is the curb ramps, those have to be updated, so whenever you see an area where like just the curb ramps, for the crossings across intersections, whenever those are just updated, usually a project comes with federal money, comes in, has done something, and because they touch the intersection, they have to fix those ramps. So we'll be fixing curb ramps and all that as time comes, but once those big projects come through, it becomes a local municipality asset. We do have some access to funding in terms of trying to get sidewalk where we're missing, but that's very far off typically. And it requires it's the whole state competing for that fund, that pot of money, based off, needs, census data, homes without vehicles, that sort of deal. So I could check, but I don't know if we would be able to assist with constructing new sidewalk at this
All
time.
we want you to do is help pay for the concrete. I'm sure there was $1,000 left from this multi-million-dollar project we just completed last year. And Val and Nathan both are aware of this stretch. As you leave here, it's just 2 blocks down. You can tell, we've got all new streets, all new curbs, new storm drains, everything's new except that 200 feet. And we'd like to get that taken care of with assistance.
I can bring it up with them and see if they're going to do it.
Any other questions?
What do we do?
We just talked.
Yeah, so you're gonna go back and address our concerns and then come back to us with an answer.
Oh, yeah, hang on, we're with Val to get an answer back from you guys, just to reiterate the concerns about the Ronald Strip, particularly one in the other house, and a preference that it would a more curb bump out style of crossing would be preferred. I can go ahead and enter that into the long-term plan.
I'm not so cool about
Well, like the length of the traffic towards the middle of the road, and
Oh, I thought you were talking about the curb bump.
it. I don't want curb.
They don't want those. That was the old kind of thing to discuss that.
I just want you to move the lanes of traffic back to the 2 center lanes.
well, part of the pedestrian crossing there was to try to shorten or provide refuge. So even if we were somehow able to repaint it so that the lanes were in the middle of the road, for pedestrian safety, we would probably paint an area from the curb ramp where pedestrians could be moving out and not in traffic. So it wouldn't be 2 lanes, still, it'd still be 1 lane, if that makes sense.
So pedestrians only crossing 2 lanes instead of 4 lanes.
Less exposure time is always better for the safety of the pedestrians, just accessing the park. But I'll look into what we can do.
Okay, I appreciate it.
I have a question. When you come in from the west in the town, the 30-mile-an-hour speed limit sign is above the bridge or west of the bridge. So it's about a couple hundred yards before you really hit a house. Coming in on 103, 30-mile-an-hour speed limit is right at Edgetown. It's right there, and it's 55 going back north, right at the town where there's houses. Why is that 30-mile-an-hour speed limit not moved out 40, 50 yards?
So,
And so rumble strips put there, because there's no houses right there too. People come into town, out getting all the time.
so especially with the road strips, as they're asked to maintain over time, we try to be roads in do where we put them. From every speed drop that they, our maintenance force is already pretty behind a lot on what we have to do around the state, so. In regards to speed limit replacement, that's absolutely something we could look into for you, and want to check out. Speed limits, as a general speaking, we try to base those off of the context of the roadway. So, you know, you can place a 30-mile-per-hour sign on a 2-lane road, middle of cornfields, and I think we're gonna see not very much obedience to that speed limit. You know, dealer see, oh, I've got this straightaway, all this, nothing, all this farmland, no risk. They're going 55, you know, if that, you walk that out. So, but of course, we're in town, that, right, closed in, got houses, sidewalks, it's kind of signals, then people are like, oh, I gotta slow down. That's where we try to put our speed limit signs, say, hey, you're entering the town now, 30 miles per hour, for the contact route.
And this works out, it's not in town, it's at edge town. It's right there in town, basically, when you get 30.
I think we that's before we let a notice before you get into town, it's like reduce speed.
Yeah.
And,
Like we have for you, maybe.
yeah, just on the other side of town, I think that's what we're trying to get.
When they're leaving town, they're hitting 45, 50, 55 before they're even past any of the houses. Oh, yeah. It's right there at Market Street. It's right there at Market Street, it turns 55. And when you go another 200 yards, there's 5 more houses on the west side of the road. There's no sidewalk out there, and there is sidewalk, basically where the sidewalk ends, it's 55. So I walk my dogs up down there all the time, and it's just. You call the racetrack.
We actually look into it. I also have a few of these, in our customer service cards here. Here, I'll pass one of you. In our customer service system, as an aside, is a fantastic system, where anyone in submit a case gets directed to the right people. It has deadlines, it's tracked. I always recommend using it because, you know, traffic engineers like myself and my boss, Mike, we get dozens, hundreds of emails a day from various things, and it's very easy for something to just fall through the cracks if someone got like my email and asked me something. I do try my best to get on top of everything, of course, but the system's great because it keeps things tracked and it's nice and organized, and I can always make, they're always followed up on. So, I mean, if everyone was interested in grabbing one of these files.
Well, thank you, Mark. Appreciate it.
Okay, yeah, you're back. Approval of minutes. Do I see corrections or additions to last month's minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes. Second.
Okay, it's been moved second to approve the minutes. All those in favor, by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. And then on to the claims. There got any question about any of the claims?
Wow. Yeah.
I'll make a recommendation to approve claims. Okay, been moved second to approve claims. All those in favor, say by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Okay, claims including. Next we got is park committee report. Anybody here? No, okay. Public works report. Yes.
So we got all the asphalt picked up and removed, due to all the rain that time, we had to move it down to the north side of the burn pile up hard, so as soon as the weather's good, I talked to Joe, it was like whenever, come up, check it, I went and checked it the other day, it's still pretty gunny back there. So as soon as the weather's got that done, it sounds like next week's gonna be nasty hot, so we're hoping to get home, start hauling that out, but we did get it prepared, cleaned up. Dump truck the dump truck we was wanting, got purchased. They got the bed off of it, sent it over, they took it over, had new tires put on it. Went through the maintenance part, I went over, we picked out a bed for it, so it's getting built right now. So as quick as the bed's done, they'll take it to Greenfield and get it installed. I asked him about a bucket truck, he said he would really like to get the dump truck buttoned up first.
Yeah.
Which I understand, and then we would proceed with the bucket truck, he said they're pretty easy to find, nice ones. Spiceland came over and assisted putting up the flag. They got the bigger bucket truck, which is really budgetable, and it worked out great. I mean, it was really nice, they helped us get those put up, so we did that, and then what else did I do? I got, had some problems at the water plant with the pump. I ended up having to have Brandon Nolan from Spirit Corporation come over and help me. And just started pulling chlorine like crazy, like, yeah, so it was a glitch in the system. We got that fixed, so it's back on schedule. And then, like I said, I think I'm thinking something else, but I don't know what I'm talking
Yeah, you
Oh, Bubba Powell, I talked to him today, he's coming up in the morning to give us an estimate on the sewer line. I went down to the sewer plant and pulled prints to try to locate the sewer lateral, because there's no clean out up there at the water plant for the sewer. So there's no way to find it, so I went and talked to Zach, and I've got a rodder that I could run up the manhole. And he said, well, we'll do that, so then I started digging around in the prints that I had, and I found the blueprints where it had to lay the line. So I was like, okay, so Bubba come up, and I showed him where we wanted everything. So he's gonna come up tomorrow, I talked to him this morning, and give us an estimate on that for the drains and everything, to tie it in and then do the hot tap on the water. And I had that. Go ahead, or something. Oh, go ahead.
We have to pay a sewer bill.
You're hooking it up to,
It'll be,
what's already.
yeah, it'll already be.
So it won't be separate, cause I thought, is it Zach?
Yeah.
And, cause Marissa kind of led me to believe that they would work with us, just to hook it up, and I had to be a separate.
Yeah, we already paid one for the lateral on the water plant. So
Yeah, but you got people here in town, they're gonna pay two bills. I just want to
Yeah.
know before we.
Yeah,
the way I understood it was, since we're tying into our lateral. But,
Now, across the street's got one lateral, and two laterals, and there's two different sewer bills.
well, that's, I can't answer that, so I can't, I just curious. And then I also got a message last night from, the tornado guy. And he said that he had all the parts ordered in, and he was gonna build the, I don't know, the box that goes up, and he said he also had all the county dispatch send him all the tones that he can use. So basically, he's gonna get it all ready, and he's gonna be over to install, and he said he was gonna come back over probably the first of the week and look again, just to familiarize himself and take some more pictures, but he said he had all the parts to build what we needed, so that's where that's at. And he texted me last night, so I texted him back, I said, sounds great, we're ready.
Yeah.
So that was also one of the things. He's gonna have that now.
All right.
also the signs. We did that.
Oh, yeah, and Friday, Tom's gonna pick up our signs, so probably Monday, I'll go get some new 4x4s, I'm just assuming. Get those back, but,
They're already done.
oh, they are, yeah.
That's why we're taking them pregnant.
Oh.
It's.
They're already mounted, them. Okay, so.
Can you put a little higher in the lower skin? I guess.
Well, I mean, I think with those posts, the problem is if you get them up too high, they're in just the lens, it's going.
Well, and the guy that lowered hit him with the roll bar on it, so we need to. Thanks, Robert. Do we need to send Spiceland a thank you note or something for?
I told them at their convenience, next time they're in town, we would treat them to lunch, store, whatever they want. And, you know, so they were super nice.
I appreciate it coming over, we should have taken those bars down.
Yeah, they were, I was kind of wanting to do that. He took a couple of them down, but I didn't want to overstep the favor. Be like, well, I sure would. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think the flash in the car, was gonna get ripped and then we're.
Right.
No, tape. I don't think we're gonna be able to use that mulching flower bed back here. So if we want, yeah, if you got someplace to put it, no spot wants it. Get to. Get the fine stuff.
Well, I'll reach out to Nancy and have her come up here. I'll call her tomorrow and see if she'll come up and see if she can utilize it around the parks in there.
Yeah.
Then we can pick it up the backhoe and take it down there to her.
Okay.
If there's anything left, I guess if nothing else, we can offer it up to the community people that might want it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was donated to us, so we can donate it to them, whatever may be left over.
Okay. The town marshal report.
All right. Couple, over the last month or two, there's been a couple of suspicious people, suspicious vehicles reported. Along 103 and right here at the 40 intersection. They are different descriptions, so I don't know if it's the same person, but nonetheless. Nobody's been able to catch track of who it is, either us or the sheriff's department hasn't had any luck.
What makes them suspicious? I mean, there's
That's kind of
there's a lot going on over at the Geyer and they're here till 11.
No, this is later, like 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, people walking around with hoodies on in the middle of summer is kind of,
I don't understand.
that's kind of odd. It's atypical, you know? So people call me, they text me, hey, I don't know whose vehicle this is, but it's driving up and down the road in front of our house at 2 in the morning. You know, dark colored thing. That's kind of suspicious here. We don't typically see vehicles, you know, as residents, you don't see a lot of people on side roads that drive around 2 in the morning that you don't recognize. I don't know if that's what criteria they're going off of, or, you know, if there's some hidden prejudice or whatever, I don't know. All I know is they send me a text and say, oh, there's somebody in our, you know, in our alley or something.
Well, there's always, when the guy or the kids are over here, and then when they get out of practice, they sit here on the wall and talk.
Yeah, those folks, that would not really raise any suspicion with me, but.
Yeah, they usually stay right around here within a block or something.
Or the parking lot
Yeah.
over at the bank, they kind of loiter there. Not too much going on. Arrest warrants are a couple of, misdemeanor issues. Arrest, tow vehicles, suspended drivers. That's about the bulk of it.
I know you, marked cars a couple weeks ago, well, after our last meeting.
Yes,
The
a
street,
whole bunch of,
and they pull them in the yard, is that still proper?
no, he still owes us for ordinance violation.
And the truck and the trailer that were there, they're expired plates also.
Where's this one, man? Is that the one that's down here on Second Street?
It moves around, but
I didn't tag that trailer.
I know, that's nice.
I tagged a half dozen
And
different
the
cars.
truck's expired too.
They moved those 2 cars up in their carport, but they're still in violation.
Well, I think we counter our policy is, I don't know.
It's like when I wrote the ordinance ticket, it says on there that you can't park with expired plates.
That's a state law.
That's-
You can't have, the state law says you can't have expired plates from a roadway. If you can see the vehicle and you can read the plate and it shows that it's expired plate, that's not legal. So even if, like, it's in their driveway.
Yeah.
They have a beautiful paved driveway, they can't park 4 cars there that are not.
Legal.
They can have them in a garage, they can have them behind a fence, they can have them anywhere else, but they can't have, if it's visible from a roadway, your vehicle is sitting in is required to have proper plates.
I thought,
Yeah.
they back them in off of them.
Yeah, I mean, they, of course, they do those kind of things and that's, there's only so much.
And they haven't paid their ordinance fine yet, so we have 2 options. She can sign the the Indiana State Corn 15, we can suspend his license until he pays it. Or we can convert it to a state ticket and he can pay $175 instead of $50.
Well, I think somebody should inform him of that before we.
My experience with ordinance enforcement, the more, if you have communication, like the really good, when we're doing ordinance enforcement, you don't go to court. You know what I mean? Like you have communication. So I don't know, are you like code enforcement or you're, I mean, that's not really your job, right?
The town ordinances, not building codes. just-
No, code, that's what I'm saying. Like, code, okay. Yeah, I communicate, I would say, look, the town board they're aware of this, they wanna work with you, but if you're not going to work with them, there's going to be, and if they don't do anything about it, then you don't have much of a choice.
Well, you said that you couldn't go back to the meters.
Yeah, we can't even get back to the electric meter anymore. It's blocked off our path for the cars and the engines and transmissions. Sitting there and tires.
Is this one of the two properties that I'm?
No.
No, this is a totally new problem.
And that same person, the person next door, they haven't mowed their backyard all year. And now they're throwing trash in the backyard. And I'm picking it up because the animals were in it. And I saw a rat run out of the backyard the other day, so I would think they need to notice that they need to mow that. If it's behind the fence, does that mean they don't have to mow it?
If we can see it without
If you can see it,
illegally entering their,
without looking at your ordinance, my assumption is if you can see it, it's a problem.
So if we can't see it,
Well, if you can't see it, then it might likely be a junkyard. If you can, you know what I mean, I'm saying,
Okay.
like. I'm guessing you also
So
have
they're
an
both-
ordinance about anything that looks like a junkyard has to be, you know, zoned appropriately and.
they're not allowed to have scrap vehicle parts and.
Well, they're, one of them, I don't know, they're both neighbors. And and they got trash cans and I picked up the trash can and dropped the bags, put them in the dumpsters. But they just throw over the fence and. I pick up the dirty diapers and, and I'm in a mood, I don't wanna do that anymore.
Yeah, we can get creative with it, I mean. Letter, do we, you ever have lawyers previously send letters to places like that?
yes,
Can do that, sometimes a certified, you know, letter from a lawyer scares them a little bit, It's not.
so what do you want done? We need to know what we're doing.
Well, why don't we send that? You could send both of them letters, this might be.
This is two properties right beside each other that are doing similar things,
Right.
and neither one of these are the two.
Right,
Yeah.
and one of them also has the car situation, just.
Yeah, if you could just shoot me an email with their names, addresses, and what the violations are.
Okay,
You guys might have to get together, just shoot me that, I'll just write a letter, it won't be anything. And I'll be friendly, I'll essentially say, look, I represent the town of Lewisville, we're at ordinance issues with your properties, if you could get in touch with who you want, you know, maybe put that email, who you want me to have them get in touch with, who is that person? Who do they get in touch with?
One of us.
Okay. Get in touch with a member of the town board, does this town hall have a phone number?
yes,
Okay, so maybe give me that too, I'll put all this in there and say, get in touch with one of the town council members and we can see if we can.
Well, there's no sense giving the town board of the town hall number, but
we'll just put off of your one, like I did with the only ones that, I don't have a list right now, so. You'll send me,
Make sure you send us that information, so if we get phone calls, I can bring it up.
yeah, well, that's why.
I'm sure the call comes in the middle of something.
That's why I kind of wanted you guys to give me a list of who you wanted to have mowed, so I could send letters with your numbers on, so we.
I'll pick up their diapers.
Do you guys do with mowing on this, you mow, or you give them a warning and then mow, and then just put a lien against your property, and they'll send letters after the first time, and just keep mowing?
No, I think,
we've never
That's
had.
originally the way it was set up, but I'm thinking.
Always, seems like when we send out a warning, that's been semi-successful.
Well, that's
But
very good.
we haven't mowed anything this year for anyone, we're passing, the ones that we've seen. We have reached, I think we've reached out to a few and they have mowed. Then, you know, obviously it goes right back up again, so we kind of start the whole process over, but that's just the way it
I'll
is.
be honest, if you haven't had to mow, you're way ahead.
Yeah, we haven't had
That's
to,
good
so like I said,
That's big communication.
the times that, you know, we've reached out to them, whether it be, you know, me verbally or Ron or whoever, they have acted and got it mowed and
That's,
stuff,
I think that
so
you guys are communicating very well, because like most towns this size, you're gonna have 3 or 4 properties you're constantly mowing. So the fact that you're not having to, that's awesome.
Yeah, up to this point, we haven't, so.
Good.
But a good
I
change.
think we're a little low there. Are we?
Yeah, do you represent other communities as well? Do you have any kind of outline, I mean, cause I think for our mowing, it's like $50. Mow.
I think so.
Alright, I can get you.
Maybe that's
I can get you
cheap
a town
lawn
figure.
figure.
Yes, it's not much more than what it costs to basically.
Right, so I didn't know if, you know, other.
And if you're getting to mow it, you're not mowing it like a normal guy would charge you every week.
Right,
It's not an
right,
easy
yeah.
mow, so.
So I didn't know if my.
I think 50 is super cheap, all,
I'll email you that, our ordinance, that way you can look at it and see what needs to be changed.
I feel like motivational prices are better.
yeah, and well, in fact,
Right.
you're not doing it to be punitive.
No, not at all.
But I don't think I could let my grass get as
Right,
tall as it's where you need somebody to send you a letter and then
Right.
it's just gonna be a $50, you know, we all know that's not how you want to mow, so.
right.
I think $50 is very low.
Like I said, we've been,
You can change it to $100 pretty easy, and I think $100 starts to.
It says 125.
I thought it did, I was gonna ask
I
you.
would say 125, right, Bill. But I didn't, but is that for the first time? Or does it go up to that after the first time?
Says, a charge, the town shall have the right to cut and remove the same and to charge a minimum of $125 per mowing, with each property's charge being determined at the time of mowing according to a written schedule maintained in the office of the clerk treasurer of the town.
I don't like any of that language. That puts too much on you that we're updating that and what that looks like and.
I guess if they had to clean up the property on North Third that's got trees growing out the window, it would be substantially more than if he hadn't just.
But it could be
Oh,
over
12 by 12.
It could be over $125, could it?
No, it minimum 125,
Man.
so
Up to like 2,500.
up to 2,500. That's the cap for all ordinances, because I believe that's a small claims cap,
Yeah,
could be wrong. Returning that.
That's not small claims cap, but that's fines and fines caps sometimes, but you could also, you know, per incident and those kind of things. It's not that you don't just get to be a complete deviant and get only $2,500 fine a year.
And do you have that list of saying that it was?
The what?
You have that schedule.
Yeah, that's the schedule that he's talking about.
So that's the verbiage in the actual grass ordinance, and then in twenty
You have that
twenty-three.
schedule? If I can't.
I just,
Yeah, read that second part of that.
In 2023, our town attorney updated all the fines on the fines ordinance.
Read that about the schedule.
The
It said that it's up to a 20, that the
a minimum of $125 per mowing, with each property's charge being determined at the time of mowing, according to a written schedule maintained in the office.
Yeah,
of the
that's,
clerk treasurer
that's
of
the
the town.
sentence I like. I like that.
Cause if I came in, how come you charge me that? All I see is the schedule.
Well, it says the cost of mowing, removing such grass, weed, and vegetation together with the cost of collection, the same, shall be and constitute a lien upon the real estate on which such grass, weeds, and vegetation are cut and removed by the town.
I like that, but I like, take that one sentence out and just change it to like $125 per hour or something like that. With a minimum of an hour.
Can we
So if
just
we,
get him to update and get us copies?
yeah, we'll do that and then we
you see
can
what I'm
pass
saying?
it the
Just
next.
a
next
minimum of $125 and and a minimum 1 hour. If it takes us 20 minutes, it's still an hour. And then every hour after that's $125. We do okay, equipment costs, employees, we're okay doing that 125.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
That does make it a lot simpler to enforce.
yeah, and
I
then
mean,
she doesn't have to try to like do lot size.
Try to calculate and all that stuff. So if it's minimum $125, but it takes you 3 hours, it's gonna be three
Some
separate.
of these you might have to mow on high and then go back to mow, you know, like you can, so I think that's how I would prefer you to go. But you're sure, you're comfortable with 125 an hour makes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Done fine to me. Okay.
While we're on this subject, and last, Mr. Rosenbaum,
Uh-huh.
we sent him a letter. He's the guy that's got the freeze on Third Street.
Mhm.
We sent him a letter. He wanted to meet with me and he wanted us to work with him, and I said, you have to do something. He starts out and then he never finishes it. Well, show me what you want done. I showed him what we want done. I don't know if you've been down. Does that help?
No,
That's
it's,
Bobby's Lane, and,
Yeah,
I mean, you can't always see the road because of the tree.
last year I spent 3 days up there trimming this tree because the school bus driver or the head of maintenance at the school reached out to me because the bus driver had just bought a new bus and those trees were, you know, just side swiping her bus, which I don't blame her. Those buses aren't cheap. So we spent 3 days up there cutting trees and hauling brush to the park for just to grow right back over because he never did
Well, we
fly.
used the youth academy up there last fall all day and got me to work with him, but he doesn't do it. And, you know, he's got 3 other properties to take. I said, well, then sell this one. He lives in Indianapolis. I don't know what you wanna do with it, but you need to do something.
Ain't that one of the properties he's working on?
what do you mean?
I thought was.
No, this is another one, so I think, so have him.
You guys gonna have to go out after like half the properties and move it over?
Yeah,
Keep working that direction. Need a motion, done.
Well, like last in minutes, we tabled him and Dave Baker's property for the next meeting. Why didn't we do that?
I don't know, that's what you guys want to do. I think you want to give him more time.
That Rosenbrock had said he was gonna, he just, because he called me right before the last meeting. So I think I told you.
On the other side of
And was
the
gonna see if
fire.
you got anything done.
Where the old
The
elevator
elevator
is.
isn't my house, it's a standard.
He's an old. We got the
Well,
farm.
I think that's why we tabled, because he
I think
probably
we did.
was supposed to get something done.
I think we give these 2 guys, you send them a letter.
So don't start litigation with them yet, but start sending some letters to get that kind of language going.
Yeah, because we haven't done that yet. Let's do that, then we can.
Or you can get those that you can kind of email more, yeah, okay, keep it in mind.
The reason we didn't do Dave is because his letter was sent back to me with like a wrong address, but it still was the right PO box. So then I sent it again, and I assume he's got it, but I don't know.
Do you not wanna do Dave?
No, I don't care, I'm just telling you why we tabled it, because you asked why we tabled it.
Clean up the elevator.
Right, they all their property, they kind of been down that way.
Send them letters.
Do you guys do, post office, you do PO boxes, right, or you don't have address, you don't have mailboxes? So
So-
certified mail, they go to open their thing, their certified mail, but they're right in the post office, they can get it right there.
North
So-
side, south side's rule. Like my area, we all got mobile.
Okay, all right. But there's not a problem with certified mail. Like
No.
they did work.
No,
I'm sorry.
So we can
okay,
motion on that.
And if you have problems with people, if you have problems with service, like if you're, like you said right there, that it's sent to the PO box and get returned and all those things, don't be afraid to have them go put it on the front door.
Oh, okay, okay.
You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah,
It's pretty hard to deny service that way.
right.
okay, so we need a motion to have him send letters to, Mr. Rosenbrock and Mr. Baker.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to go ahead and have the attorney send letters to Mr. Rosenbrock and Mr. Baker about getting their properties cleaned up. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Okay, motion passed.
So you didn't make a motion on the other 2. Over here,
You make our motion.
You just did. John and David,
Need the two over here. I don't know.
John,
Dugan,
Dugan, and,
Celeste Jones.
okay, those 2. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. We also have the attorney send Josh and Celeste.
John
John.
and Celeste.
Okay, John and Celeste letters also about their properties. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay, the motion pass. Okay. Anything else we have for the town marshal report or anything?
Sorry, we're gone.
Hmm?
I'm sorry, we're gone from the history.
Yeah, that's fine. South End Regional Waste District, I don't have anything from them. Shelter report,
We don't have anything on that either.
nothing there. I had a question about that. Did the generator get fixed?
Yeah, as of right now, they came down, changed the oil, serviced it and everything, he cycled it a couple different times.
I know there was an issue, thought a switch or something in it had gotten water in it or
Yeah.
exactly that last.
He just let it sit, kind of dry itself out
Yeah,
from the flood. And, obviously, like I, said in it originally, it did get water in it and it may last for 25 years, it may.
yeah,
But as of right now, he tore it down, serviced it, it looked good inside. He changed the oil, he went and changed the oil for us in the filter. And everything, he cycled a few times and it was successful. He said he didn't see any issues. So, but there again,
yeah.
just like the cars when flooding, you can't never, with electronics, you never know. But as of now, it was fine.
It kicked on the other day while I was in the park. Do you think maybe we want to think about raising it?
Yeah, we had originally.
Yeah, we had talked about possibly getting it up off the ground a little bit, a couple of feet. So if that's something that you'd like to do, I can reach out to him and see if Generac offers something and or if they have something to elevate it.
Like a pedestal or something.
Yeah.
I mean, we left out once, we don't know expansion.
Yeah, are you guys, I'm thinking probably 2-3 foot, probably 2 foot would be plenty, I would think, would you? Would you guys think?
At least 2 feet.
Cause it's been a long time since the park flooded like that, but it obviously can happen.
So who are you getting services now? Cause the company and
The guy that worked for his main service tag, when the guy over there closed, he went out on his own, cause he was a certified Generac mechanic and everything. So we just stayed with him.
okay, so he is taking care of the service and stuff on it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how that all changed, cause I know that company in Cambridge.
Yeah, when that guy closed up, went under, he just basically bought him out. Cause that guy went to a pizza shop or something there in Cambridge. But he bought him out, the way I understood it, he just proceeded, because he was actually the mechanic for him, and went all to the schools through Generac.
Okay.
So you want Waylon to get a price and then we'll bring it up for the next meeting?
Yeah. You can get something on
Call him tomorrow. And get a schedule over, come over, take a look, and see what they can come up with.
it. All right.
Yes.
All right, Monon Trail, what's called that, huh, Jeff Ray?
Yeah, Jeff Race called me. They want to extend the trail from Market
Yeah.
into halfway in the cemetery, which I think is stupid, but anyway,
Yeah.
they own the property and there's a bunch of stuff piled on the trail. He wanted to know who was gonna move it. I said, well, who put it there?
Yeah.
We're not moving it. But there's a couple of trees down here. They cleaned up around the viaduct and cleaned up the steps. There was a couple of trees. He said there's one dead ash tree. It's in our wires. He doesn't want to be responsible for taking that tree out. So he wondered if maybe, I don't know, we can call them, we'll go ahead and see if they can come over and give us.
Yeah. So he said it's in the power line?
It's close to the power lines. If they take it down, if it falls down, we lose power. So,
Oh, I'm sure they'll come on and do it. Who's gonna pay for it?
need an operating assistance. But whether we take it down now or it blows down, thanks.
Right. Yeah.
But don't we have some kind of a agreement with them on trees, maybe?
Yeah, yeah,
I know we have to pay,
yeah, we
but we
did.
got a couple trees over here on Market that are endangered. They're
I
trying
can reach out to them and ask them when their next schedule. Cause they kinda do that, the last time they did it, they done it on a schedule where they came into town and kinda spent the whole day just trimming. So I can ask them about that and or I can just ask them to come down and take a look at that and then get the South Williams as well.
Well, there's two trees across from Joanne.
Oh, those big mangles,
Big
yeah.
mangles. And they are in our power line, and they're rotten.
I'll call them.
Let that come over and.
Anything else needed to be brought up?
Oh. Mike has talked to us about fixing these door jams. Actually,
I got 500 and some odd dollars for 3 limestone sills to get rid of the wood. Replace those. I have no idea what we're getting into. When we start tearing out, trying to give you a fair price. And I would like to tear one of them out to make sure my numbers are good. So we're not spending money on some limestone and it doesn't work. So I don't have the tools to modify limestone to make it look nice. Cause they'll make them the fit. So I didn't know if you wanted me to keep pursuing and doing this, or, it should be, should be much more than $1,000.
I don't know if you guys have looked at these two, they're rotten out, they need to be replaced, so we can do something.
It was gonna be these 2 window doors and the main office.
No, these are bad, they're both shot.
Yes. Everybody got me.
Sure.
So we need a motion.
You make the motion.
I'll make a motion. Pursue the limestone to the door.
You need a price. You need that ballpark.
I think if he said like $1,000, you would put that, and then if you find out it's more, then we come back.
Once we get into it and see what,
Yeah,
cause I don't, we got rot underneath those too, I don't,
right.
because we're only got.
I think there's
that.
I think there's limestone under that.
Would be nice, it would make it a lot easier,
I'll say.
cause the jam extensions at the bottom are all rotted out, so it went because. Some, hopefully they don't have to do much repair with those little feet. Cause right now it's in between, so I'm planning on putting the sills all the way underneath the jam extension, so. And it'll be about 1.5 inches thick, is what I measured. So hopefully it's the worst part of it, but until we get in and start digging one of them up, it's what we got.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to, I can tell you $4,000 for this, yeah.
I just don't know fix it right, so.
We have faith in you.
Then I'll motion this thing.
Okay, it's been moved second, we let Mike go ahead and proceed with getting the limestone for the threshold up here on the 3 front doors. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Okay, motion passed. There, anything else anybody would like to bring up? Talk about?
Wait a minute. Do we need to talk to you about the 2 properties we wanna proceed with?
yes.
Yeah. Kind of give me some updates. Is anything improved? No?
This is Bruner's property, really worse than it was.
It's not very, just not, no headway's been made that I can see driving by there.
In a perfect world, what do we make happen with that property?
If she just let us go up and help throw the stuff in the dumpster and get the dumpster out of the backyard, but it's,
We can't.
we've offered, she just won't.
She's pretty much kind of stonewalling us.
She's all, offered to have volunteers come and do work and she won't do it.
Everything.
Would she feel better if we had some kind of waiver that every volunteer could sign that they wouldn't do anything to her if that happened? I mean, like, is she worried about that?
The county health department was working with her because we're not letting her live in her house either.
So this property, she can't live there.
Right.
She's living in her vehicle behind her house.
And you guys don't have an active blight program or anything like that going on right now through the county?
Yeah.
Like the Rush County Community Foundation, they got blight, and they've been doing that to rural properties in North Henry
Well, see,
County.
the health department came out and tried to work with her.
Right.
We had to disconnect her power because one day the light was barking out. So she hasn't had any power, she still got water.
No,
So how that would work as far as us, is we sue her, okay, what we would ask for in court is that we be able to go on the property, and if she gets 20 days to to make the property, under our ordinance appropriate. If she doesn't do that, then we would ask the court for the right to, that'd be part of the same order for us to be able to go on property and do it, and any expense of that will go towards a lien against her property. But I gotta tell you, just like I tell. This sounds like a property that would never be worth enough to cover that. You know what I mean? You have to understand you're going to be spending whatever it costs to do it, hopefully volunteers, so it'll be a big deal, but you're going to be spending the monies and don't ever think you're getting my monies or her money back. You're just not. So, you know, if it's worth it to spend $5,000 cleaned up and a couple grand on a lawyer and all that stuff, then, you know, that's great. Sounds like this property probably is that.
Well, it's not really,
But this has been going on for so
Yeah.
long, it's gone on for years.
Yeah, but this sounds like it would probably be worthwhile to have, I mean, if
and
it,
you know, I think the house could be flipped, but it's gonna take a lot of work. But we had new people move in on one end of her, and the house brought good money. There's only 4 houses in that block. But it's not really fair to the people on either side of her that
Not when you have.
her backyard looks like.
is she elderly or is she just,
Well, she's
60.
67.
Something like
She
that.
still works though.
and she's living in her car?
She's not destitute.
All right, so that one we're proceeding and that's what we're gonna ask for. Who's gonna be my star witnesses? Who's gonna come and appear in court, testify and all that?
I had to the last time we did that.
That's whatever you ask.
Well, you guys tell me who you want. Somebody that's gonna be able to talk about what the condition of the property and what our local ordinance says. I mean, and 2 of you can come too.
Yeah.
It won't be that scary.
I can, it's, I mean, I said I hate to be an asshole. But, you know, we've tried to work with them
Yeah.
and they just don't,
And that's part of this position.
yeah.
Sometimes you have to be harder about it. You don't want to be because of your neighbors and you want to get along with them, but when they just refuse to do anything, it puts it in a really bad
I
spot.
mean, we've had it to the board meeting several times.
And we've given her plenty of time
And,
over and
No,
over.
it's been,
you know, Tim offered to go up and.
If it gets to that point, okay, property be clean to us, so we can.
So I've never gone this far with it. You could put a lien against the property and then you can foreclose on the property.
Right.
But it gets kind of messy, you know, I mean, that gets to where, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you get it cleaned up on the exterior, I think that's your goal.
Yeah, I
That
don't
would
really
be
care what the
cheapest.
interior looks like.
Yeah, that would be the cheapest. If you get the exterior cleaned up where it's presentable, just nobody notices it.
I don't think she's made any attempt to get the electric or anything corrected either, has she?
No, because when the power was arcing and IMPA came over, they was not wanting to hook it back up, and then she had an electrician come out, which reached out to me, and basically said, this whole house needs rewired, it's dangerous. And they wasn't gonna turn the power back on, and I wouldn't let them turn the power back on, because those houses are literally less than 10 feet apart. And we got 4 people on the fire department. And if there's a fire, there's probably a really big chance it's gonna burn the block. So that house it's old, so it's definitely, you know, extremely dry and seasoned out, so when it goes, it's gonna go quick, plus all the rubble that's in and outside of the home. And, you know, and I said, no, I'm not putting the neighbors at that kind of risk, because there's families that live there with, you know, and I don't want to see one, no one. It's one of those deals where you just wish you would stop being so rejective about help and just let people help her, but she's adamant, she's not letting nobody help her do anything, and she talked about money being an issue. Well, she's had a dumpster up there for 6 months, that's not free. You gotta pay every day, after 7 days of having that dumpster, it costs you so much money. It
She's got like a
roll
Roll off, it's that there.
It's a big one.
Right, since no, at least November.
Oh, yeah, I didn't.
That the other day, forgot about it.
Yeah, there's no way she's sending the check every.
There's that, I don't see Big B.
I don't know.
I don't even know. all
It's
that.
green, it's not blue.
But she's just, you know, and like I said, it started out, she started throwing some things away, cause I, you know, working for the town, I do multiple trips through town every day, see things. And she was for a while, And then she started bringing more stuff in.
Well, I think she had 4 vehicles sitting there. 2 of them she did send away, but there's still unlicensed vehicles there, a couple of golf carts, and then just trash.
Yeah, she did haul 2 vehicles away, but, you know, that's the thing I look at, like, you know, she's got equity there, she don't have money, it's like, okay, what's going on?
She said, what do you want me to do? I said, look at this yard over here, look at this yard over here. We want your yard to look like those yards. And
Or at least somewhat close.
And it started, I just got mad because she had an extension cord running out of her attic window to her garage, I don't know who did it. And a UPS truck did it, and I said, I'm not hooking her back up, well, then she tried to say we cost her $1,000 worth of meat in the garage, and I said, well, you can't run extension cords for electrical power. Not for like, into a breaker box, that's not.
So yeah, short story, yeah.
That's,
For us to do something.
Short story, that'll be a fun hearing.
that's that property. Michael has the other property improved.
Oh, Joe's, he's just moved it to the.
Yeah.
But it's on another part, it's another, well, I need to make sure I use the right property then, cause you guys sue property owner. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You're suing the property owner, but it has to be, I have to label it as the right property.
Well, here's what you might wanna do. I asked him to come to the meeting tonight because he has purchased on contract building down here, what I call a lumber yard.
Yeah.
And he's started buying storage
Pallets,
pallets.
the,
Stuff, and he's throwing it down there, and he wanted to know what he had to do to get a permit to have a 10-day yard sale out on the street. And I said, I don't know that you can do that, you need to come to the town board meeting, not answer that question. You want to know about signage, and I go, permanent signage, temporary signage,
So he's moved everything that was the problem to a different
not
property.
everything, I think everything.
So do I just sue him and address both properties?
Yeah, sounds good.
probably.
No, I guess I work on one of I
Okay. You do it.
I don't look at
So
photos.
you're relying on your lovely clerk treasurer to kind of keep me apprised of the movement. So you got a guy that's got 2 properties, well now 3, right? 2 properties and he transfers it when you complain about it at one property, you lose it to another property.
Just distributed it out where it's not as big of a pile. It's 3 small piles instead of one big one. I mean, that's.
And where he moved to is commercial. And it's kind of down the hill, so it's not quite.
Can't block a side.
I know, that's why I told him not for 10 days.
Ever, I don't care if it's one day.
But we've got a policy about stuff on the street, don't we? Don't we have one?
Yeah, I almost want to put in place, I don't know what it is, but whenever we had over here on Chuck's place, when he had the
That's
sidewalk.
in the nuisance word.
Yes.
Shut down because
That's
of,
right.
you know, it's
It
good.
says it can't block any sidewalk.
Yeah,
But it did not give an exemption for commercial, that's why we gave Chelsea a variance for her tables.
I told him to come to the meeting, we didn't.
do I need a motion for those 2 things?
Those 2, they've already said that, they've already kind of initiated last time.
Yeah, the other thing signage, I mean, the sport would be end up.
Yes. We need to make a motion on the dump truck.
Didn't think of that. Well, it's liar. That's true. And signage.
I'll make a motion, we purchase the dump truck.
It's not in the, it's in the new.
I thought we did, because
It's in the last one.
that was in the.
Your fellow guy knows about the board.
There's anything in.
Okay.
That's not it.
So,
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Hey, sure.
okay,
Look, number one, I've never refused help. Number one, I never refused help.
Well,
Okay.
fantastic, are you the?
I don't have anybody's phone number, I don't know where anybody lives. I know where you live and where he lives, but I don't know where anybody else lives. I work 5 days a week. I leave the house around 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't get home till midnight, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay? I'm old, like you said, I'm almost 67. You're right. I'm old. I've got sciatic back problem. I got a hip problem. I got knee problem. I'm going as fast as I can. Where's the electric? Yes, I've had a person out there give me an estimate. It's gonna cost me almost $28,000. I don't have 28,000. I'm saving the money up and I'm working to get it done. But I don't like it when somebody tells me I have refused. I have not refused.
I was up there with the lady from the health department and told you then.
Right.
We would come and help you put this stuff.
Right, but I don't know when you guys are available. Are you I'm only home, my days off are Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, half a day Tuesday, I gotta kind of catch up. Cause can you work 14 hours a day?
Not anymore.
Amen.
Give me a date and I'll be there.
Okay, let me figure it out. I'll give you your number and I'll give you a shout. I don't have any problem having help.
Good, very good.
I don't have any problem. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But people don't understand when you're one person and you're trying your hardest. It's like you complain about the vehicles. I've jumped on that as fast as I can. Nobody here helped me. Not one person in here offered to help me out. I did it on my own. Nobody knows how I did it. I got them out. I made a few phone calls. Boom. Less than 24 hours, I had this vehicles gone. I had it set up for pickup. I even got paid for it. Not a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. But nobody bothers, really. I know you drive past my house. I know Waylon drives by my
How
house.
come you don't stop and say, Waylon, can you get me in touch with one of the council members? Can you get me in touch with Ron?
Because you know why?
Yeah,
You
why?
know why? Okay, a lot of times when I see you, I just went out to take a break. I'm sitting in my truck. I can't run out there.
You don't have to run. All you have to do is throw your hand up. I
But
drive
I
by
said,
there
no, I
multiple
just,
times a day.
Hey, ma'am, let's, we're not gonna get anywhere arguing, but let's.
I'm not gonna argue with them.
I want you to do me a favor. So sounds, will you sit right here and relax and talk to me, okay?
I can relax and talk to
You're coming,
everybody.
here, I'm their attorney, okay? You coming and showing up today as I'm going to push them to do this. I'm gonna push them to not have me do anything over the next month, okay?
Okay,
You're gonna get in touch with them and you're gonna work out some kind of volunteer day in which we get a whole bunch of people or a couple people and come help you out. And if you allow that and you keep making improvements, I bet you can get more people volunteering. And I bet you can get this property looking pretty daggone good, where that's one less thing to worry about. If you do nothing, listen,
I know that.
If you do nothing,
I
okay,
understand that.
then I'm gonna have to sue you, okay? And you're gonna have to pay for my attorney fees, we'll ask the court for you to be responsible for that, you don't want that. And you'll be responsible for fines and fees. Right now, you don't know the town of Daggone think, in fact, they're gonna help volunteers help clear your property, wouldn't that be cool?
That's
So don't
cool,
do
but,
that.
yeah, but I'm not, what I wanna understand is like, you talk about both my vehicles sitting on my property right now are fully plated, fully insured.
Fantastic.
Okay, my golf cart, the one up by the house, is my mother's and it will never, ever go anywhere.
Okay, and we're not gonna do anything.
But you were making comments like I had to, wait a minute, I was watching the video.
I know you were, was I on it smiling at you?
Oh, I don't know who you were smiling at, you've been smiling in the moon, Rollin, or maybe you had a thing for Richard over there. I don't know, or maybe you like Tom over there, you could be smiling about anything.
Listen, what I'm trying to tell you is this. Can you calm down
Yeah, but you,
and think that instead of them being the enemy, think of them being somebody that's willing to help.
right,
Okay, that's it.
right, but see what nobody realizes here, that Tom should know and Richard should know. Carl, my asshole neighbor next door, he's been known as asshole since I bought the house. Okay, that man takes pictures of me when I can't go outside, that's part of my problem going outside.
We're getting way too, this is.
No, what I'm saying is, I'm trying to explain why it's hard for me to go outside and work.
You don't have to worry about it anymore. You can sit on your front porch with a nice cold tea and watch these folks have you.
No, I don't want, I'm working, okay, you just gotta realize, I am,
Then here's what I'm gonna tell you. I can guarantee you, I'm going to push them heavy to not do a single thing as far as
Okay.
I'm concerned, no letter, nothing.
thank
As
you,
long as in the next 30 days, you get a hold of Mr. Saunders.
okay?
you have a nice conversation with him, you get a date picked out, and you allow people to come on your property and do some help, okay?
Okay,
Sound good?
sounds good.
Sounds,
The
well,
only difference is if I get my ass a good day and I do it myself.
that would
Other
be,
than that,
hey, that would be
that's the
great,
only
but
difference.
I would tell you were silly as your friend, because you got other guys that are willing to come and do it.
yeah, but he's just as old as I am, he's older than
Hey,
me.
but you know what, they're
But
tough.
he's a year younger than me.
They're
I
tough.
think he's like 82, I
No.
think. I know he's up there, he's older than me,
Hey,
but I know he's a year
it's
younger than me.
phenomenal that you came here though. I think
Oh,
you
well.
just did a phenomenal thing for yourself. You saved yourself money and you might you might be able to in 60 days look at your property and be like, golly gee, it looks pretty good, I'm proud of it.
But well, see, and I have no problem with that.
Well, that's not.
Okay, but see, the problem is, it would have never got this far. But every time I go out and have it sit on my swing, my asshole neighbors take pictures of it.
We can't make neighbors be good neighbors, so we.
I know.
Hey, you know what? You know what? Once you feel a lot better sitting on that swing with your cup of tea, if your property looks good, please take a picture.
It makes it doesn't really, I mean, it does, but see, the problem is, I don't worry about what other people think.
I know you don't. I get it.
I mean, I'm only worried about here,
I get it.
and I'm trying to put it this way, I'm trying to do a lot right now, because hopefully my son is coming back from California.
Very good.
He's been in the army 16 years,
Very good.
I'm hoping he's coming, I've got like everything all over the
So we're all on the
target
same page, guys. I'm telling you, let's not do anything. Let's not do anything at all. Let's not send her any lawyer letters. Let's not go after sue her or anything. Let's see what happens in the next 3 days. You guys okay with that?
Yes.
Lovely. You're gonna get a hold of Tom, correct?
Yeah, I'll give you my
Promise
message,
me.
yes, I will,
All right.
that's not a problem, I don't even know who you are.
It's good.
Everybody knows, but this way, when I got people walk up to me and say, you know, I don't like what the town's doing to you, or why don't somebody help you, why don't somebody, because number one, that I understand why, because I'm never home. I'm always working.
But now we've solved the problem, so now we all get a smile and be happy. All right, thank you guys. Good job.
I don't have any number.
Oh, I'm a fighter, I'm ex-military
I
too.
got a small thing, and if you guys, I do some, if you guys don't mind, of course.
What's that?
Oh, yeah, no, of course, before showing up, I did, did a little walkthrough, which will go through. I noticed that, there's a no parking sign between Market and Williams, halfway through the block towards, 103. I think there used to be a big wide driveway there, and that's why it was no parking on 40. But that's not the case anymore. I think it's for the pool hall. Is it a pool hall now?
That has been no parking zone for about 4 years.
Well, we need to leave it now, parking.
Do you want to leave in the park?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wait, I was looking at it before, like, well, there used to be a big driveway there, which would make sense when I was
Well, the
parking.
person that had that used to park trailers there and you couldn't see it go out on the road. That's.
There were several near misses there. I think he was one of them, but there were several near misses because they were parking so close to the corner. It was obstructing the view to the west and people.
Well, my new neighbor has made comment to me a couple of times, why can't anybody park in front of our house? Talk to Carl, he's the one that done it years ago. That's all I know, but that's what I was told back then, I don't know if it was the truth or not.
Or you can park there, you just can't park the semi there.
Oh, I know that, but see, I've seen Milko parking his right on 40. See, it's like, I've been told different stories. It's like when Monica was on the board, she told me that no semis, period, anywhere in town whatsoever. It's like the other night when I got home, my neighbors were getting ready to leave and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm here. They're starting like on Sunday night before they leave on Monday morning. They're turning their semi on and letting it idle out there all night.
They shouldn't be done now.
No, and, it's like, I don't care, it don't bother me, cause I'm used to it. They don't, semis like I'm sorry, but I'll say it, I was like, tell everybody else, I got diesel in my blood. Since I started driving 32 years ago, diesel's still there, will always be there. I used to be an X-ray tech in the military and all that stuff, I'm a veteran. I love what I do, but I like to be alone. If I could actually pick my whole house up, everything, and move it out to a 5 or 10 acre piece of land, the old bitch would have it all gone. Literally. I just try to mind my own business. I don't try to be socialized with anybody.
This is that ordinance you asked for about the parking and stuff.
Oh, I appreciate that very much, because see, it's like I've been told 42 different things
So
on
you can,
semis.
so you can read that and it tells.
Right, but see, another thing, it's just not semis. When I have my little Honda, you can send your Blazer around here.
Yeah, read that and
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
tell you everything.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to explain is that
Well-
it's not just semis that block the view. It's
Right.
raised pickup trucks.
Yeah.
Minivans,
Okay.
I can't see around them either.
Yeah.
You know, even in my pickup sometimes, I can't see around them unless I stick my nose way out in the road.
Yeah.
You don't want that. But and see, a lot of these people are real close to the street. On those, right here on 40, so when you come out, there's no way of seeing, you either way back here or you're way up here.
You did prove one thing though for us tonight, Cheryl.
What's that?
When the state required us to video or live stream our town board meetings, and you,
Oh, yeah, you guys got me living as hell.
but you noticed that we said we hated to be cruel to you.
But it was, problem is when she put it on, to say it was coming, it took me 30, 40 minutes for me to get it, then I couldn't get sound, I didn't know what anybody was saying.
We're having the same problem.
And see, but it's with,
I've done it, so we're just.
still, there's actually a few videos on here, trust me.
I know.
But see, but I didn't know it was under your name, if I look under Jan Posey, I found the video, the live stream.
We got.
It doesn't say the town of Lewisville, only in the title of the video.
We gotta figure that
Yeah.
out.
And that's what I'm going in there, my sister called me and I said, Debbie, I gotta get on here, I can't get sound, I gotta have sound. I couldn't get the sound to come up, I'm trying.
Okay,
The whole 9 yards,
All
it was great,
so
so,
we got a plan forward,
yeah,
moving forward.
yeah,
So nothing's gonna happen. Give you 30 days, see what we can get done, okay?
okay.
All right?
I'm gonna make sure, 30 days from today,
Or from today.
okay, just make
From
sure.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, since today's over, we'll go 30 days from tomorrow.
Yeah.
How's that?
Tomorrow's what, 17th?
17th.
Okay,
17th.
got it.
And I'm leaving for Canada on the 19th, so we gotta get it done before
The 19th of when?
August.
Well, shit, that,
That
The
comes
seventh-
Friday.
Yeah,
the
that's.
17th of August is before that, and that's 30
I
days.
know,
Get it done.
And why the hell would you go to Canada?
Okay.
I never lost nothing, I went up there, I never lost nothing.
I make a
How about we
motion.
Anybody want,
Oh, does it?
ready to adjourn? Yes.
Yes, second.
Okay, move second. Then move second, we adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign? Okay.
Yeah, the lady that came in the-
That cost us down. About.
Yes.
I don't know, so we, but, cause they don't have power of attorney that year.
Same money, I just do to town.
Your neighbor, you go sit down, once you tell them to shut up. Okay, the reason why I'm asking that, because I'm running.
She wants to come and let the different name.
Get out of the house, out your front door, like it's. Or out the back.
Because they told me to put it in.
Big ass closet. She like,